It's like we're moving away from this time where people will do terrible things in the name of stupid beliefs.
Yeah.
That has changed because there's now
there's
been a resurgence of stupid belief.
I agree. This post-truth era is a blip. It's a trend. It's a behaviour thing. In general, I think the truth will out. Science will always win because it's right, because it works. And you're banging your head against a brick wall if you keep denying the bleeding obvious.
Okay, but here's my worry. If I could still be pessimistic.
Go on.
My worry is that the internet, which we both use, and in general I like for various reasons, and not just pornography.
No.
I like the internet, but I think when it began, we had a notion that everyone being able to have a voice and everyone being able to say stuff and have transparency in the world would increase the sum of truth in the world.
Yes.
Because it should, logically, everyone being able to say stuff and say, oh, look, I've discovered this or I know this. That increases the sum of truth.
But it also increases...
It hasn't increased the sum of truth in the world. I would say that the sum of untruth in the world
it's done
has
both.
now been amplified. It's done both, but I would say untruth is louder.
Well, untruth is louder because often it's a more popular view. It's the inconvenient truth versus the comforting lie.
Or the mad truth that defines your identity, which happens a lot.
I talk about this in my show, Humanity, where I say it began, and I'm sort of joking, but I think, it started going the other way, and this post-truth era, this new, I don't know, it is a sort of weird thing that's happened in the last couple of years. People are almost out about their hatred, and they feel more comfortable in their hatred than they ever been before. It's like they've won something, and I think it started on Twitter, right? This post-truth era where it did propagate the myth that it's better to be popular than right. And people want to fall into a gang, and you become tribal. So people don't look at an argument anymore; they look at who's saying it, and there's a prejudice by its very definition. There's a prejudice. Who's saying this argument? I don't like him because he did this. Well, he's right in this case. I don't care. I don't like him. He's not on my side.
But also the problem is that you'll both be aware of confirmation bias, which is a thing whereby people will only really hear what they already believe and what strengthens their own opinion. Sometimes I look at social media and think it is a great circus, a great shrine to confirmation bias.
It is.
Because if you've ever tried to change someone's opinion on social media, you'll find that all they will do is find what you've said, completely not what you've said, in order to bolster their own opinion.
Sometimes by mistake, and sometimes willful, because they don't want to admit they're wrong. Sometimes, there's many reasons why people do that. Sometimes they just want to be part of your causal web. It's like heckling, right? Now, a heckler at a gig, they think that they're helping you in some ways, or they think that they've changed the future. They're suddenly included in in this thing you're doing, right? And I think that's absolutely. I think it's visceral in a way, and it's as early cavemen blew woad on their hand on a cave to say I was here. That's what people do more and more of now, from being an internet star to being a troll. They just want to say I was here. It's.
I say this in my show as well. In my show, I talk about how some of the times when I get reactions to jokes, which are very extreme and very angry, I realise that the person isn't interested in the joke. No, they're interested in only saying my anger illustrates this about me.
Yes.
So, for example,
listen to me.
There is a joke I do about Oscar Pistorius, and I did on Twitter now, about how when he was under house arrest, that if I'd been guarding him at that time, I wouldn't have drunk much liquid before bedtime, right? And that is a joke about how obviously, I wouldn't have been wanting to go to the toilet in Oscar Pistorius' house. Sure. But a woman got very angry about that and said, "Oh, I get it. It's funny because a woman died." And I talk about that in my show because I say, well, in my opinion, this woman, Daisy Rage, she's not interested in the joke. She's interested only in how the joke allows her to illustrate how angry she is. Of course. And anger confers identity because it turns up the volume on who you are and what you believe.
Yeah, and again, I think that people take things personally because they want to, because they think they're important. So I'm not tweeting them, I'm just tweeting. I don't know who's following me. They're following me behind my back, right, and then taking it personally. They're jumping in the way of a bullet and they're shouting, "Why are you shooting at me?" Because they feel they have to be the centre of the universe. And this is what it comes down to.